the floor to our friends from the media. And first one that will be asking his question, we have Mr. Nestor Partero from Manila Bulletin. Taco.
Hi, good afternoon. The song of the Fireflies is based on the true story of the world-renowned Lubbock Children's Choir. Maybe you have to refresh us. Maybe we have forgotten what is most remarkable about the LCC and why it deserves a film treatment.
Let me answer that. The Lubbock Children's Choir was a choir created from street children in Lubbock. Alma Taldo is a public school teacher in Lubbock, and she just saw all these children always in the streets, na palaboy-laboy lang. And she decided to organize them and put them together and teach them how to sing. She had no real lofty dreams about their becoming a world-class choir at that time. She just wanted to give the children something to do, gather them. That's why there's a point in the movie that she says, all of those who join, there are no auditions and no eliminations. So it was really more to create a fun activity. It's just that because she has such a natural gift, si Alma, of teaching them, somehow they got to be outstanding. Of course, what we didn't really emphasize is there was a gentleman who helped them. His name was Gardy Labad. For the longest time, he was with PETA, and he sort of kind of discovered them and helped them get recognition. But as Rachel said, her character, Ekit Butalit, was the wife of the governor at that time, noticed them, and although she had a choir of her own that she was also working with, she noticed them and she decided to finance them, finance their journey to join the NAMSHA.
Yeah, I know about the role of Gardo Labad in the building of the LCC. Is there a character based on his?
Yes, there is.
Persona?
It's a small, but it's very. When we showed the film in Bohol, he got a lot of applause. He's played by Paulo O'Hara in the film. So he's a character with the scarf. He's there.
I think to add to it, Sister asked kung bakit kailangan gawa ng pelikula. Well, actually, it was the producer's idea really to come up with a story for them. Pero when we experienced the choir during filming and whenever we would have dinners and they would perform, and of course knowing the history and the achievements that they've accomplished through the years, it made more sense that people had to know the story, especially for us Filipinos, kasi especially until now, I get asked, sino ba yung Lubbock Children's Choir, diba? So hopefully this film sort of addresses that and answers that and shows them why these kids from a small town in Bohol are very special.
Obviously, last question. Obviously, the first generation members of LCC must have been grown-ups by now. So who are these new artists that are playing?
No, actually, the Lubbock Choir has about 3 active choirs because there's so many talented children in Lubbock. And they're always only from Lubbock. So you'd think like, wow, they have so many talented children there. But they're always just from Lubbock. And like when we were shooting the movie, we had 3 sets, because we had someone we were shooting in, because we had to have the kids from when they first joined, and then the kids when they joined again. So it had to be 2 different sets of choirs. So that was the expensive part, because we had to fly them to Manila, we had to house them, things like that. But going back, I just want to make clear, Because people always ask me, why did you do a movie about the Lobo Choir? You know, and
Yeah.
I always say that after Larawan, because syempre Larawan has become such a classic, right? And people are saying, why after Larawan you decide to make a movie about a choir? You know, and the reason being is that we in Culture Thing, we want movies about empowerment. And I felt that, you know, a public school teacher, no connections, no money, and she creates this simply amazing choir, you know, because of the help of people and not you know, I mean, hindi siya artista, hindi siya ano, di ba? So parang that's what we want with Culture Thing projects. We want projects that inspire people, that empower people, that inspire people that despite they don't have anything, they're able to make something special if they're determined to do it. And like what Morisette said earlier, resilience. Filipinos are resilient, di ba? I mean, when there's adversity, we make jokes. You know, when there's we sing. So, I mean, the Alma Taldo is like a beacon. You know, if you see her now, she's in her late 70s maybe. She walks the streets of Lobok in a duster and slippers, and everybody knows her. And, you know, and then when we were working with her and the kids, we would see her talking to the kids quietly. You know, like she would tell them about how they have to listen to each other when they're practicing, that they're a choir, not soloists. She was just so practical, you know, and always, if you meet the kids, they're so respectful. And you know, they travel alone. They go abroad, they don't have stage parents with them. They go alone. They're taught how to take care of themselves. And they're what, as young as 10, 11 years old. And they know how to pack their own bags. They know, you know, they have a body system. They take care of each
Yan ang
other.
resilience, no? Early on.
Yeah, early on. So,
All right, thank you.
Alex Rosas, Daily Tribune.
To the creatives, some songs are lilting, some songs are soothing, while others are soul stirring. My question is, what best describes the song of the Fireflies?
I remember when we were in the early stages of development, we were working on the trailer, the teaser trailer, which came out in 2020. When we were developing the trailer, one of the things that we decided on was to have a song for the trailer, for the teaser. So we had to have a song because it's going to be a film about music. And Sarge Lacuesta, our screenwriter, had prepared lyrics for it. And through the help of course, Ms. GR and Celeste, we were able to tap Mr. Ryan Kebiab, to compose the song that Sarge had written for me. And I remember this conversation that I had with Mr. C. I had to call him because he wanted to get my thoughts on how I should, or what I thought the song should be like. No? So, nung nag-usap kami, sabi niya sa akin, what's on your mind? Ano bang isip mo para sa pelikulang to? So I had given descriptions. I would say na ito yung parang na-imagine ko mga instruments and arreglo and tempo and ganyan. Tapos bigla niya ako tinigil, no? So sabi niya sa akin, King, ano ba yung gusto mong maramdaman pag napakinggan mo yung pelikula, yung kanta? So napapigil ako doon kasi I thought he was looking for some sort of, imagery or like structure or he was looking for a feeling basically. And it just came out of my mouth. Sabi ko na sa kanya, I wanted it to be magical. And I think that's how Mr. C came about the song, yung first song, no, which is Alitap-tap. No? So I think until now it holds. The theme song Alitap-tap, which you've heard in the trailers, I feel like is a magical piece of music.
Follow-up question. Kaya ano naman kay Morisette, where are you most challenged? The idea of starring in a film or the idea of acting for the first time?
It's a tie. It's a tie. It's a tie po talaga. I think, ultimately po, yun nga po, this was my first film, and so that alone is nerve-wracking, having to, I guess, show up all the time, be there, portray the role. But I think the more nerve-wracking for me, or mas nakakakaba for me, is because I'm portraying a real person. And so having to embody an actual person. And syempre, it's also different when you come up with your own character, di ba? Like, actually, Jackie and Herbert, they are not actual people, but they are representing the kids. But in the case of Ma'am Iket and for my role po si Ma'am Alma, they're actual people. And so, I think nakakaba with how we portray them. And there's also the reality of, syempre, we are making our film maganda for the film, for the screen, pero parang the dynamics in real life also between Ma'am Iket and Ma'am Alma, and having to portray that and put that in the film also. Personally, nahirapan ako dun also, but I'm just very happy po na, especially Miss Rachel, as we were shooting, I'm just learning as we go. Kasi ang galing ni Miss Rachel maging Ma'am Iket, yung very intimidating, but you know that there's an intention of why she wants the kids to succeed. Because she wants Lobok to be represented well, and syempre si Ma'am Alma, like she just wants to help out the kids. And so tama po yung sinabi po nila Tita GR na they want the same thing but they have different strategies, I feel. But for me, yun po, like it's really a tie of being like leading or starring in a film and also portraying an actual person in real life. Yun po.
Erwin Vicentino, Sino Centino?
Hello po, magandang hapon po. So yung tanong ko po is para po kay Noel.